We're back in the carrier cat. Okay, two things is going to happen with the carrier cat. The crane that was here is not here and is never going to be there. The crane that was here is not here and is not going to be there. Instead, let me make a new vehicle. Thanks everyone who commented on the carrier cat crane video with ideas for a crane, because as I was reading through the comments, it was like working through all the different ideas that might work, and then eventually coming to this idea someone suggested was mount it to the roof inside the door. And I think that is fantastic. Fantastical. Actually, yeah, this way would work. So yeah, it's going to be, the crane is going to be mounted to the roof. It's going to start alongside the door, and then it's going to be able to rotate out the door and also inside. So in here somewhere I'll need like a hinge or a pivot. Probably pivots. Probably. There is a huge potential for it to hit things and get smashed, but it should be okay. So yeah, I think the plan is that there's going to be like this cylinder. Maybe it'll get a bit fatter. I think it will get a bit fatter than this. And then a pivot. It only has 200 motor force, whereas a hinge would get 400 for, you know, less space. I wonder if I should make this very big then. The smaller is, the closer it can get to the door, so that's something to keep in mind. If I make it too big, it has to go further into the ship, and it won't be as good. There's going to be this, and then a gantry crane inside. So all this has to do is allow things to get in and out. That's disgusting. I feel like it's, let me draw a picture. I think I'm dealing with this kind of shape, hanging from the roof. And then the hinge goes on the end like that, because it's got to be able to pivot outside the door frame, and then the hinge has to be able to go like straight up. So if you imagine that that's where the wall is, or that's where the door is, so the hinge part is outside the door, and then it needs to be able to come back in. Probably, yeah, one block of space, but depends what the boom segment is going to be like. The boom doesn't need to be terribly long, because it just doesn't need to be. It can be quite small, I think. So there's going to be the old gripper at the end. Cut and paste that. And then the linear track at the front, pulling the thing through. Yeah. I reckon I should make this real chunky. Wow, I don't know. How chunky can it be? Yeah, like that. So the boom is going to have a gripper at the back. Then we'll run a track all the way down the bottom, and that keeps it stable. Put on a hat. And then I wonder if I should do this again, like with the blue one. I do think this looks really cool. Maybe it doesn't suit this very well though. Because it is 2 blocks tall though, I can do a door and do a slot. Yes. Do a slot down the middle. I like that. Right, and then I think I will use a hinge. Oh, do I need a hard point as well to lock it? I don't know if it's gonna ever want to be tilted down, but tilting up is more of a preference. If I use pivots, I could put pivots on the sides, or have a thing stick out. It makes it very wide though. How can I blend that? How can I blend that? I think I need a hinge, right? Because it's the form factor. If I hinge from the top, is there any point to being able to hinge down? Like, you know, should I be able to pivot down at all? I would love a square pyramid right now. Instead, we're getting this. That should allow it to pivot down. I don't want it to pivot down too much, so that's okay. We'll give it enough that it can swivel outside of the carrier cat. Maybe some handles for decoration. And then I think it'll need another row before it wedges back up. This is going to be a very weak part of this crane. I need to find out what the depth is from the door. So it's going to be up here. It looks like we've got 2 blocks down and then it can exit, and the pivot is going to be in the roof. I think. Yeah, no reason why it couldn't be in the roof. So it's got to be 2, and then the boom can come out. It'd be better if it was 3, just for clearance issues. Using 1x4s is going to get really long really quick. So swap over to 1x2s. Even this is kind of not doing it for me. It's more like I would like it to do that, but then it won't be able to swivel itself out. It's got to, maybe it just needs a big chonk. Yeah, that could be it actually. Ooh, 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 ooh. Depending on how far along I go, is that okay? I don't know. I don't know about this. So I know the door will open. Let's put in just a helm for now. Quick and dirty. It takes up so much space up there. That's the only real concern right now. Wow. Okay then. Cool. Thanks. So, the thing... Ugh. Oh no. Oh no. It's got to be even longer because it needs... Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. It's the hinge point, so the hinge has to come along. It's too big, eh? It looks... It's just too big. Yes, that's what I want. It can go straight up. It can reach over here, and if the boom is extended, it'd be fine. And that angle on the bottom actually could be the max angle, right? I don't know if you'd need to go straight up, but then it looks real nice like that. Down is, I don't think it would ever need to go down. So probably we'll say that's min, and that's max. It's just so bulky. But I think that's a really good solution. And then you'd be able to swing all the way in as well. Not that I think it would be any use being able to do that. So even starting it, well, if it starts here, I mean, I can put it on a velocity pivot, but there is no reason for it to be able to go any further in the other direction unless this was also on tracks. No, let's worry about compacting it.
2 hours later.
Because of the winch size, you kind of end up with this fatty McFat thing. That's probably the most compact I can get it, really. What is the bit that moves? It's this track here. Do you think I can hide the pivot head or the track head?
A few moments later.
That's a track, okay. And then I need to rotate this, so it would be... That's way more low profile, which is good. The winch on the end can also be straight down, which is good. What if I put a spotlight? And that would go out with the track. So this can sit really close to the roof now. The red bit is the main boom and it's massive. And then this yellow bit is like where the hinge would go. Ah, yes, 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 yes. Oh man, all the pain and suffering. There's no hard point on this. I don't know, do I need a hard point? Maybe I can put a hard point in here. Yeah, I'll do that. Because like this is nothing up here. And then I can put the other hard point in the roof. So when it's fully retracted all the way in, that's when it locks into the hard point. And so from here it needs to go up 2. So that it can clear the door. 1, 2, and then the door. So I might as well go to 3. Ooh, it's so weird looking. It's just not good, you know? Just not good. Look how low it is. Ooh. That's too low, don't you think? It should be like up here. I need to change the way its little banana arm works. This is too much banana arm. I can just move this closer to the door, and then the arm doesn't need to be as long. I think we'll leave a little bit of a gap. A 1 block gap is probably okay. I better make a crane controller, don't you think? Do I have a crane controller? Crane system master. Okay, this crane controller looks like not good. Let me build an actual crane controller that I can use for all my cranes. Generic crane controller. Controller. Seat input, main, swivel, lock, main, boom, pivot, main, boom, pivot, lock. Oh, someone was talking about having like a multi-stage arm or a multi-stage boom, which now that I'm thinking about it sounds really cool. Boom, in, out, boom, in, out, lock, pivot. I'm going to add, a rope, an empty, just a normal rope anchor so that you can connect like that, and then that will spawn with a rope. Door open. I've done it upside down. Yes, that's good, right? It's reasonably compact. It should be able to get stuff up onto the side of the deck. I'm just going to connect these ropes now so that I don't have to later. Yeah. And then the in and out was being real weird because it needs a NOR gate. Wait, in and out. Oh, this is... It wasn't stopping. Oh, because that's not connected. Okay. Open door. Crane out. Probably crane extend. There is no down anymore, so that's maybe not the best thing. Then we need to grab this rope and fall down, connect to there. If you had a remote control, that would be so cool because you could like fast rope down and then use the remote control while you're standing on the container to pull yourself back up. I will be converting it to a remote eventually. Because, like, yeah, you want to be able to stand on the deck, on the very edge of that, and see what's happening. I don't know why it's spinning. Uh-oh. Why is it spinning? Why are the ropes all crooked looking? Oh, no. Okay, we need to go up. And then... I think the winch is as up as it wants to go. It's not looking like it can do much more. And then if I bring it back in, I think I need to go up again. I don't know why it's spinning, but I think this is correct. I just need more clearance outside of the ship. So, which means I probably I just need to cut this piece and go 1, 2, 3. Oh, the hard point did not come for the ride. If it was not spinning, this would be fine. Right, problem 1 mostly solved, I think. Which is getting a crane to be able to lift things up into here. Problem 2 is getting this inside and shifting it about. Lastly, I think what I'll do is get a remote control hooked up to this. We need this RC controller, remote control settings. And we need some radios. Do we need radios? Yeah, we need a receiving radio. Defaults to receive. So the data I'm receiving goes into there. The data I'm sending goes into there. And then it should all just work the same. If that works, that was ridiculously easy. You know, it's always a bit suspicious when things work out too easily. And we need to grab that rope. And now that I'm on the right channel as well, I can just... We're going. We'll probably get chucked off. No. Why are you spinning? I reckon I could move the crane right to the edge of the door. That'd be good. Could let me down. Oh, yeah, I didn't think about this. Do I want to be able to pull it all the way in? Like, should I be able to rotate this inside? I don't think so, because I want to have a gantry crane in there. I think all of this is okay, but perhaps the swivel. So this, instead of the swivel having range to go all the way inside, maybe it only comes in like 0.5. I don't know if that's the right direction, but do that, and then also grab all of this so the whole crane can come back. Yeah, 1 block from the edge should be okay. So now it's even closer, or now it's further away. And if I want to, which I think I want to, I can cut this part of the door, go up. I could go up all the way, really. Why don't I go up all the way? Is there a good reason? Someone let me know if there is a reason why I should not make this door the whole height. I cannot think of one other than it looks weird. So now I don't need this thing that like folds it down, I guess. So we can get rid of a whole bunch of this. Nearly all of it, actually. Which gives us way better clearance, puts it right up at the top. I'll get rid of those and then use a 1x4 wedge. Yeah. This does mean that the door, when it becomes a deck, is longer, so perhaps not as easy to clear the edge. Okay, yeah, so we can go, it should be only 0.5 inwards. That looks more than 0.5. Oh no, that's 0.5. Yeah, so that's still too far. I reckon 2.5 then, 0.25. Now that it's higher, I wonder if I can actually grab a rope. Is it too far away? Oh no, I can get it. Alright. I'm getting good at this. Need to come out over the edge and extend a bit more. I need to increase the speed of this winch. It's too slow. I'm going to do that now. We'll just double it. We're going? We're going. Need to go up and then retract. Swing it around. Drop it down. Lift it up. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay. Yeah, this is good because now you can really push it inside. And then that will be the default position. That's so good. I'm very happy with that because it's only like the space that takes up is 2 blocks, which is what I had added extra to the door anyway. So there was like nothing up there. And then we can just close this. And then I guess there's enough space up. You can just climb up, detach that, attach it back onto there. Now the rope on the winch is all secured, and then a gantry crane would be able to slide across and move the container around. Because there's like no space up here, where I had that hard point before is just not going to work. And instead, I will, what is that? That's just a random block. Yep, that's just a random block. So I can put a gripper in here that faces up. And then in the roof above, I can use a track that faces down. And that can be what locks it into place on its reset. I can go up, but I can't go down, which means I might actually be able to put hardpoint in the bottom here. What is that? Just a random block? Okay, I'll do that. How can I add weights without like losing its visuals? And the same will have to happen to this thing, which the bottom track is the track and then the top track is the other track. So this side can't have any weight added to it. It could, but it would have to be in the form of like a pipe and a barrel. This kind of thing. Why don't I put it where the wedge is? Oh no, because that's the other part of this. Just try and chuck barrels up here, I guess. I'll do these funny shaped ones that have like the overhang thing. Yeah, and then on the other one is just normal blocks, I think. I might turn this one into weight blocks. What else have I got for decorative things? Ladders could be nice. And fluid ports. Just sprinkle some random stuff on here. And then we've got a rope there, and I wonder if a spotlight would be good. I like this one. I think that makes sense. What else? That's the boom segment, so if there's nothing in there, that could actually be a good place to put more barrels, get more weight. And then maybe even cut out that piece so it looks a bit more like industrial. How's that look? It's very yellow and black, eh? It looks like a real mess, actually. Wait, why is it not working now? Something's merged in somewhere funny. No, the hard points. Okay, it's gonna need a light on it to let you know that it's active, which is kind of annoying. So put an RGB light there. In the crane, we need to detect a on-off input, which will be channel 1. That will go into a comp switch box, because I'm not doing too much fancy stuff here. Then we'll have property numbers. We'll have on, H, S, and V. So the thing is, do I have a light on when it's off? Or do I just have no light when it's off? And then it turns, I want to use a green light when it's on. I'll do a comp switch box, makes heaps of sense. Because what you can do with comp is you just send the seat data into one switch box, and then none of your other controls change because it's not receiving anything when it's not on. Makes it real easy instead of having a switch box after the fact or like at the end. Because then you might end up sending a signal and not having it reset correctly. I've connected, I'm on the channel, but nothing's happening because I'm not actually in control. I press 1, everything releases and the light comes on to say you now have control. We can go up. It seems a bit wobbly. There might be too much weight on the boom now. Does that clear the rail? I think it does. Yes. I'm going to limit it though. I don't know why you would be facing straight up. Whatever this is. Look at that reach. It looks real industrial as well. I'm so happy with this. A bit of paint and it'll look very nice. Very industrial. Nice and simple. Hides away, is out of the way. Can reach things way over the side. Actually lift things up onto here as well. Getting it to reset would be a pain, so I'm not going to do that now. But we'll carry this over. We'll cut it. We will cut. We will cut. We will actually cut a lot here because I need to find the controller. And the this whole thing will needs to live somewhere. I'm just gonna stick it in the roof for now. And we need to grab the whole door, I think, or most of the door anyway. Somewhere up here, we've got the pivot and there's like a hard point or something in the roof there. I forget what I've been doing. Okay, we're gonna copy that. And then find where this goes. Paste that to that, that to that. Paste the pivot. I might have already got the pivot. Okay. I'm going to paint this light grey. And I think the controller can just go on the wall. Oh, what is that? That's the door controller. I wonder if the door controller can fit in here as well. I think I'll take the antenna and put it on the crane. I don't think there's anything there, so that's okay. We've got this controller which needs to go somewhere. I don't know, those controllers can live there for now, and the radio control can live by the button. Another thing for this, I'm gonna need a bunch of harnessy thingy-majigs because I've only got one rope anchor, so I can only connect like that, and then I'm gonna need probably not 4, like 2 was okay. A vehicle's load of large size. This is gonna have to be cut into pieces, I reckon. Cut my life into pieces. This is my plastic fork. Didn't park very well. Okay, and then I think change these to 1 meter ropes is probably gonna, no, 2 meter ropes. Can I get onto this ladder? Ladder, please? Ladder? No? Okay. There we go. 1. Come on, I just need to attach it somewhere. Okay, we'll just go with 3 for now. I wonder if that'll work, or is that too far? Yeah, that's too far. I wonder if it'll work now. Oh, whatever. 3 is good. 3 is working. Put the nuclear stuff on the boat. Oh, and it snapped on. Oh, that's so cool. I'm so glad I wasted all that time putting those grippers on the bottom. Get rid of the ropes. Get rid of the ropes. And then when I can be bothered to figure out how to make the crane reset, it would find its way back to here, and I would get rid of this thing, put that somewhere else, that locks into place. And then we can shuffle this over. And now the gantry crane that doesn't exist yet can come and grab this. And I mean, is there really any point to moving it away from here? This is probably where containers and things should live. And then vehicles that can actually drive their way down should live at the other end. That is a fantastic result. I'm so happy with this. This is so good. It's better than the blue crane, it's better than the green crane. It's kind of a bit of both, but it's just compact and out of the way, but has all the same functionality that the blue crane would be used for. The blue crane could do more, but it's a stupid idea. This is just such a good idea. It's so compact as well, and it works. And I got that in here. I just put that on that truck and drove it, and there was like no issues other than forgetting a bunch of ropes. And the rest of it just works. And it's always great when stuff just works. When you don't have to think about why isn't it working, or like how am I going to make this work, and it just works. It just works. Well, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.